Signs he misses you when you're not around. It's time to help a lover out. Kindly give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. One excellent way to gauge how a relationship is going, whether you're newly dating or even if you've been living together for a while, is to see how much he misses you when you're not around. Whether you're stepping out to work, visiting friends or family, or even taking a me-cation, if your man loves you, then he will immediately miss you. Of course, being that many guys tend to avoid expressing their feelings, he might not actually say he misses you. Sometimes guys think that admitting he misses you isn't manly, or that it might jeopardize his chances with you. He plays it cool. But even if he's not telling you directly that he needs you to be happy, he may still be giving signs that he misses you. Let's consider these sure signs he wants you back in his life, ASAP. 1. He remembers little details. Whether we're talking birthdays, something you said about your life, or buying you little things that he remembered you needed, these are the details that matter. The sad fact is, most men do not retain knowledge at all. Women have to remind men about these little details, since men only seem to remember boobs and action hero names. So if he does remember something small but significant, he's missing you big time. 2. He finds ways to send little messages to you. Even if guys are playing it cool and trying not to seem too attached to you for macho purposes, rest assured he will still keep the lines of communication open. If he can't call you outright, then he might send text messages or emails. He will poke you in some way just to let you know he's still interested in talking on the subject. 3. He does send you messages but he doesn't actually say very much. One of the most telling signs that a guy is missing you, and maybe to the point of obsession, is when he makes conversation but can't think of anything to say. He might ask simple questions, say irrelevant or confusing things, or just share memes and links. The fact that his conversation is lacking actually says a lot, that he has to talk to you, he has to feel that connection. 4. He sends you messages whenever he's sleepy, drunk or somehow intoxicated. Men tend to be controlled most of the time. They hold back their real feelings and private thoughts until they think it's appropriate to share. So when this guy has been drinking or is very tired, or high on whatever, he might start sending you more provocative messages. Don't be surprised if he spills how he really feels with these erratic texts. 5. He gives you compliments. Men who give compliments are reacting emotionally to how a woman makes them feel. You can also tell the difference between shallow compliments and personal compliments from the heart. When he's shallow, he focuses on the superficial. When he's missing you, he compliments a quality that he truly admires about you. 6. He always replies right away, never wanting to keep you waiting. Bottom line, if a man is interested, he will reply sooner, always sooner rather than later. Men want interaction with the women they like. They might wait a few minutes or act debonair and unconcerned. But if a man misses you, he will reply within the hour. He takes your attention seriously and wants to keep you thoroughly entertained. That's the sign of a dedicated partner. 7. He talks about pleasant memories in the past. Some guys do this if they miss you, they reminisce about the past. A guy that talks about pleasant memories, usually involving something you both did and enjoyed, doesn't just remember those things fondly, he actually wants you to miss him. That's why he's conjuring up all these romantic and fun images of the way things were. He wants you to think back to those good times, but mostly to think back to his handsome face and charming personality. 8. He still gets very jealous. Test how much he misses you by observing how jealous he gets when the subject of other guys come up. The more jealous or uncomfortable he seems, the more he misses you. The more competitive he feels, the more he wants you all to himself. He might even feel as if he has to outperform all other male suitors, and that pushes him to try harder. Guys are jealous by nature. Even among married couples, men still take threats to their relationships seriously. If a guy gets defensive about other men, many of whom you probably don't even think about very often, you know he's into you. 9. He stalks you a little too much. Not all men are obsessive enough to admit they stalk you. But the unflattering truth is most men that like you do stalk you. If your man misses you, rest assured he will be following you, on social media, internet searches, and the like. 10. He spends less time around other people, meaning he's waiting for you. Understand that if a man is missing you, and specifically you rather than just women in general, he will only be paying attention to you. He will lose interest in other women because they seem less interesting, less attractive, or less friendly. The more he falls for you over time, the more you will dominate his thoughts, fantasies, and conversations. Men have such a one-track mind sometimes, that they simply can't be bothered thinking about the plenty of fish in the sea. No, he just wants what he wants. 11. He always finds a way to bring up something you did together in the past when you were talking. This is usually an attempt, conscious or not, to be more intimate with you. 12. He gets excited when you meet unexpectedly. He might seem calm and composed when you are spending time together, which is because he prepares to meet you first. But when you meet him unawares, that throws him off a bit. 13. He always knows about important dates such as birthdays and will be eager and even quick to remind you that you are celebrating a special day. But that is usually a perfect excuse to talk with you, even though you only mentioned the date in passing. Such moments give him chances to remain in touch. 14. He tries to keep in contact when you are not together. For instance, he might be commenting on the things you post on social media and will keep finding excuses to keep talking or chatting with you or interact with you in some way or another. 15. He tries to make the time you spend together last longer, and he tries to make the best of that time. Even when having conversations with you, he wants them to last for much longer, and he will often ask a lot of questions. When escorting you, he will be deliberately slow to make sure the trip lasts longer. 16. He sends you messages whenever he is drunk. It is like second nature whenever he drinks. This shows he really misses you. No wonder they say drunken minds speak sober thoughts. 17. He cannot go long before getting in touch with you in some way or another. That is because he cannot contain himself, and is always looking for ways to ensure you are part of his life. He does all this so that he can remain in contact with you. 18. He tries to downplay other men in your life and will often have little interest in stories you bring up concerning them. He always finds a way to change the topic and will not readily accept their importance in your life. He will even try to cast them in a bad light, as he will often consider them his competitors and is trying to win you for himself. 19. He is always trying to make plans to meet up with you. This will include attending the opening of new restaurants and even attending certain events. There will always be a reason to spend some time with you. 20. He is always willing to give you a lot of compliments and nice words and will often not fail to let you know how much he is enchanted by you. He can't help himself, and he always tries to keep you interested in him because he cannot get you out of his mind. 21. When you are together, he gives you his undivided attention because he wants you to feel free expressing yourself. He wants you to feel close to him so that you can reach out whenever you need someone to talk to, because he loves the attention you give him since he longs for it all the time. As you can see, men do get attached to women, and usually well before they have to admit how they feel. If you notice the signs, you can feel confident that he does like you, does miss you, and is trying to work out his feelings. Drive him crazy is a good way. Intensify his desire for you. Make him miss you more. Soon enough, he will be addicted to you and willing to do anything to gain your lifelong favor. That's the place you want to be. What are some signs he misses you when you're not around? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can continue making videos like this for you.